below the turn?
Yes, yes.
Sorry, I'm sorry, this way?
Like this?
The other way.
Oh, the other one. Sorry. Okay.
The problem is it's a little difficult to talk about because you want to keep things, you want to avoid spoilers, and so you have to kind of talk about it in a cryptic way, and then you feel like you're being cryptic, and you get self-conscious about that, and then you think, well, why people watching? Why are they watching this? And it's probably going to be a little frustrating. I'm saying this interview will be a little frustrating, just so. A couple 6 days.
Oh, wow.
But I just drove cross country a couple weeks ago. This was like a year and a half ago.
Right.
I just drove back in a smart.
I just love. I mean, it's a boring answer, but I love the script so much. I was reading it on a road trip. I just bought this van that was converted into a little camper. So I was driving a van across the country and stopping at RV parks and truck stops and stuff. And I had stopped at one in Louisiana, like in the bayou, not like New Orleans. It was like a little remote, and it seemed like the setting for a horror movie, And so I started reading it, and it was, I swear, it was so scary that I didn't finish it that night because I was afraid things were starting to scare me. I'm a 43-year-old man. I was afraid I'd have nightmares. I'm not kidding. And yet I was so intrigued by the story, and I wanted to know what happened. And so I woke up really early and with the protection of the daylight and finished reading. It was just such a great ride. Just to read it was like I could and it was clearly written by somebody who understood horror movies and visuals, and he really plays on a lot of classic horror movie tropes and makes them new.
Yeah, on the 4th. Crazy.
Crazy. Okay. Lean with this? Okay. The worst is the behind the scenes of a photo shoot to see how embarrassing this is.
Yes, I know. So nice to be back. I haven't been here in years, and so it was. And I love the energy. I mean, you've been here. It's thrilling to just be in it, especially being a little older now. And it's nice to have a boost of youthful energy creaking into these old veins. It feels exciting. I don't know how long I can stay here without having a coronary, but it's nice for a couple hours. Yeah, and like crazy to see it with that audience, to a movie like this, because that's the best way to see a movie like this, in like a dark theater with people who are excited to be scared, and it was perfect. It was really cool.
Yes, what should I do? Like what's happening?
I know you do like that.
Okay. Clasp my hands. Professional. Love it. I loved it when I was a kid on school photo day. I continue to love it.
A lot of clasping.
I think it'll make people look at their basements a little differently. I think maybe people start looking for secret doors in their basements. That's all I can say. Or cellars, depending on where you're from.
Yep. Oh, please don't make me do that. Okay. Okay. It's a little scary to be doing that.
We're still doing this.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.